is enough. Let's continue on our voyage to Riverside Drive. Tree. Right, tree. Hi, my name's Kevin Brake, and we're here today in the Los Angeles River at the Riverside Drive Viaduct, where I was project photographer from 2010 to 2016. I'm going to take us on a tour of some of the bridges in the LA River in the downtown LA area, DTLA, and we're going to start today with Riverside Drive. I have over 100,000 photographs of this bridge, so I figured it'd be a good place to start. Again, it was finished in 2016 by the city of Los Angeles and Flatiron out in Colorado, who built it, and it replaced an old bridge from about 1930 that was just rusting apart. And this one looks a lot more like a freeway on-ramp or freeway overpass, but it has some belvederes on the north side that look upstream. I kind of prefer they were looking downstream, but we'll get to that. And it's much better for bicyclists and pedestrians, and the cars go a lot faster. Can't do any special effects. I really want to get out of the car, but I don't think it's a good idea. I haven't checked the settings. Everything looks fine. Where's the white balance? Yeah, everything's fine. I don't need to change anything. Alright, so there's Main Street up ahead, and we'll park the camera here. Okay, we've come down the river a bit. We're at an unnamed railroad bridge on the south corner of the rail yards by the San Antonio Winery. And here you can see water bubbling up right through the pavement at the riverbed, which I think the pavement's probably 8 inches thick. And there's a lot of natural groundwater here that bubbles up. And if Anna will pan to the right, you can see these raised bumps in the riverbed that have manhole covers on them, and that is those are wells. Those are to let the water that's coming up have an escape into the actual riverbed. So yeah, that's interesting. When they drilled the piles for the Spring Street Bridge in 2015, they actually struck oil. Turn around and get a picture. Boy, it's been a while since we've been here. My depth markings are not here, right? No, we didn't get this side of the river. Okay, let's flip a U-ey. Flip a U-ey. That's a nice shot. And all the graffiti's painted out. Isn't that nice? Nice, nice, nice. Nice and clean. Okay, let's see if I can get a shot right here. Yeah, I love that curve. Yeah, there's my depth markings. They're on the back. They painted over them. All right, where's the camera? Two, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even number. All right. Let's take a look at the depth markings. So they lasted about 2 years before they started getting painted out. That was a lot of work. How did we get on this side of the river? Look, they tried not to paint over my numbers. Good. All right, let's see if we can get to Riverside. So this is First Street Bridge going into downtown. In Chinatown, Little Tokyo rather, Little Tokyo. There's some broken bottles. And on the right bank, the east bank, is that guy that waved to us. Is he still there? He's not looking up. Okay, what is this? This is drainage. It's fine. No missing pavement. This is Aliso Street, which is also part of the 101. And here's a massive speed bump. Boom. I think I hit that at about 70 miles an hour the first time I was in the river, and then I learned to slow down. Whoops. Little head dent in the roof over the driver's seat. Coming up is Macy Street, which is also Chavez, which is also Sunset. A lot of traffic. I call it the wedding cake bridge because it has such fancy Baroque decorations. Alright, again a lot. Ooh, here's a lot of homeless on the left. Or one person who's been very busy. I think they live in the storm drains. Here we go. Here's the first missing pavement. Tell me if you see tire tracks on the missing pavement part. Okay, we were driving up to the west bank of the river to see Riverside Drive, but we're stopping here just south of Main Street where the river has been scouring the riverbed and the pavement is lifting up and away. I think this is all within the past 5 years and probably within the past year or two, and this is bad. This is serious. The river's not going to stop doing that, and in a couple more years those pieces that you see lifted up are going to be gone. They're going to go farther downstream and wreak havoc on somewhere else. But meanwhile, the river is removing the concrete, and this is bad. This has to get fixed. Now I'm going to get out and get a picture of it. Send it to the city so they could not do something about it. About another 30 feet, and this is worse. So in the middle distance you can see that building. That's where Anna and I used to live. I was there for 19 years before I got evicted so they could raise the rent, but that's another story. Riverbed. Here's a piece of LA River. Do you want it? this scouring of the riverbed is bad. This has to get fixed because every rain during rainy season is going to lift up more of the concrete, send it down to Long Beach. Long Beach doesn't need it. We need it up here. If that gets scoured away completely down to dirt, we're going to have pools, sinkholes, and flooding eventually. So, City of LA, if you're listening, please fix the riverbed. This is called the Midway Bridge. So that's what I call it. I don't know who named it that. It used to be a single railway track, but when it washed away in the flood in 1932, they replaced it with 2 lines, so twice the capacity. And the kids love doing graffiti on the top of that bridge. I really like this angle. So we're almost up to Riverside Drive. Okay, put it back in gear. Okay, we're here now on the west bank of the LA River at Riverside Drive Viaduct in Glassell Park, north of DTLA. And this bridge cost, what was it? About $100 million back in 2010 to 2016. A couple design features I'd like to point out is that the center pylon or fin, it doesn't look finished compared to the other bridges. It looks like it's waiting for, I don't know, more stuff on it. And you'll notice the 3 belvederes. And are we getting the belvederes? The 3 belvederes, which we'll look at in a minute, are pointing upstream. And in my opinion, the best view is downstream. North of us is the, I think that's the 5 freeway, the 134. Anyway, we're right at the intersection of those freeways, so it gets a little confusing. The road surface has become a little more difficult to drive on. The west side has got a lot of river scouring, which has lifted up blocks of pavement, which is unfortunate because it wasn't made in blocks, and sending these pieces of concrete downstream to Long Beach. We're getting stuck somewhere along the way. In any case, I photographed this bridge, the demolition of the old one and the construction of the new one, every week for 6 years. So it's interesting to be back here again after, I think it's been another 6 years. I really like the view here. It's got a lot of depth, a lot of stuff going on. It's very photogenic. I do miss the old bridge though. You can see the edge of the concrete abutment. It's all painted now red and white and black on the far right. There were quite a few accidents there because it was almost a right angle turn when you get onto the bridge. And that's been fixed with this constant radius curve. The problem is the cars can go a lot faster, and when they get to the roundabout, they tend to not stop in time, especially if they've been lubricated with, a few beers. And the artwork in the center of the roundabout, commissioned from local artists, has been kind of beat up from cars driving into it. And it's been a couple of years since the first drunk driver hit it, and so far no repairs have been made, which is, kind of sad. The locals call it Egghenge because the concrete sculptures are eggs with people's faces in them.